What's up, YouTube family? Gerald Greenlee here with Clean and Green Lawn Service in beautiful South Georgia. Hey, hope y'all having a great day today. I had to come down here and clean up a little bit at my shop, man, where I did that work the other day when I was down here working till 9 o'clock at night fixing the Super Z. I just left all my stuff out. So, but I got an issue here. This is I guess just a bad connection or something right there. I need to see if I got an end I can put on here. I reckon that, yeah, it looks like it's loose. And everything on here, you know, your PTO and all, so if this thing don't have power, it will shut off. So, I need to see if I know I got connectors around here somewhere. Can't remember if they're over here on this thing or if they're down in my other shop. But anyway, I got to get that, and I need to get some blades sharpened, get some things ready for next week. So that's what we got going on. All right, it's now almost 7:30 at night. I did get I got oil change in the V-Ride, got a bunch of blades sharpened, man. Got enough blades probably for almost all of next week. Got the battery cable fixed. I don't remember if I really did any other maintenance, but anyway, I wasn't getting on here today to do the maintenance primarily, just kind of a update. So as it stands right now with the business, 003 is going to take over my commercial contract accounts. So he's already got a truck, he's got a trailer, it's not set up for lawn care, and he's actually wanting to buy my old Super Z from me. I wasn't gonna sell any of them, but I mean, I'll sell one to him, you know, just to help him out. So that's one of my favorite mowers though, man. But you know, it runs kind of rough, and his daddy's a good mechanic, and they told me they would fix it for me, or see if he could fix it for me, like a month or so ago. I'm coming down here to put the goats up. Y'all, they know I'm finna get in that feed barrel, man. They see me coming. Yeah. All right. Let me feed them real quick, because you just hear one of them hit the other one, they will hit me. I got to keep my eye on them. So let me feed them real quick, some feed, and then I'll come back and finish the update. All right, all is well now. They eating or fighting over the food. Now there's places of food that none of them are at. They would rather go to one bowl and fight over it. There's a bowl right there nobody's in. There's a pile over there that nobody's in, but they want to fight over it. That's what goats do, I guess. So anyway, 003 is going to take those over, and I'm going to give those to him starting in October. So, you know, basically he'll probably go buy him a new trimmer, edger. He's going to need some hedge trimmers. And then in November, once he gets his school schedule, because he can maintain all of those. That's only about, it's probably like 10 hours a week, maybe 11 with the travel. So, and they're bi-weekly starting in November. So he won't have any trouble. So he's gonna see what his school schedule is for next semester at college, and then he'll decide how much more he wants to take on. So, and he's already told me some of them he wants. So it looks like the way it's going now, I'm gonna keep about 1/3 of the business. 003 could potentially get 1/3 of the business. And I got another guy, another company, who said, you know, he would take the rest of it, or he would at least go look at it and bid on it. I said, now you may want to bid it different. I said, I mean, I can take you to the properties, introduce you to the, you know, the homeowners, and y'all can, you know, I mean, I'll take a day and do that to help him out if he wants to. However, I think I'm gonna give Z-Man the option. I know Z-Man's not in a position where he can go out and buy a trailer, a lawnmower, stick equipment, but he has another truck that he's needing to get a motor put in. And if he can get something dependable, I would subcontract out. Well, I would give him the accounts. They won't be my accounts. They'll be his accounts. So he'll go, I'll take him to the homeowner and say, hey, this is one of the guys that's been doing your stuff for the last 2-3 years. You know, he's the one that usually shows up and cuts anyway. And what I'll do for him is I'll rent him out a setup. So a mower, edger, blower, you know, trimmer, a whole setup. So, you know, 2 trimmers. We always have 2 trimmers because you never know when one of those is going to mess up. And so I'll furnish him a trailer if he wants to do that, you know. And if he does, you know, he could take over a considerable amount of the business as well, because he plans to keep doing his schooling in the evening. And look, the truth, and that's what I told 003, here's the reality. These guys can go out and work 1 day a week and make more than they're going to make working at some fast food joint. And they had an opportunity to expand the business. You know, some guys go off, get a college degree. I've seen guys do lawn care through college, go out in the corporate world, 2-3 years later, they back running their own lawn care business. Why? Because people like independence. People like being able to somewhat set a schedule. I mean, everybody works for somebody, but people like the freedom that comes with a business. People like the ability to determine what they make. I mean, even in the small rural area I live in, you could make whatever you want to make in lawn care. There's no doubt in my mind that if I wanted to especially get into the landscape part of it and you know, deal with a little bit more of that you know, $500,000 to $1 million a year would be doable if you got out and drummed up the work. And you'd have to expand the area beyond where we are now. But I'm talking about now, you know, maybe running 5 crews or something, you know, 5 2-man crews, or, well, it wouldn't be 5 2-man crews for $500,000, but, you know, in this business, you can figure, in the context that I'm in, you could probably figure if you're working guys full time, you know, probably in the neighborhood of $100,000 per person per year. And that's going to mainly be working, you know, you're probably going to work about 10 months out the year as far as days go. You know, so anyway, that's off subject. So anyway, that's the plan for the business. And, you know, like I said, you know, some people have told me, well, you ought to sell those accounts, you know. Really, I don't have contracts with homeowners, very few anyway. And it just, you know, I don't want to deal with that anyway. I don't think it's worth much. And I would just as soon give it to somebody else. Because at the end of the day, if these guys get it, I know at least for the next season, the customers are taken care of. And, you know, I don't want to leave my customers in a bad spot, especially the ones that I've had a long time being good customers. You know, the ones we picked up this year ain't really that big a deal. I mean, it's not that I don't like them, but, you know, it's just not that big a deal. So, anyway, that's kind of the plan going forward. So, 003, as we have it planned now, and this could change, he's just going to be a contractor for Clean and Green. So he's providing all of his own stuff. He'll do his own thing. I explained to him that, you know, he'll have the properties. He has to schedule them. You know, he has to take care of all that. And so he'll be a 1099 guy. And basically what I'm doing with him is charging a percentage on his gross revenue, because he's still doing it under my umbrella. It still all runs through my finances. I mean, all the invoicing, the insurance, you know, for the liability, all that kind of stuff. So he's still under my umbrella for that. Z-Man, if he decides to go that route, and we just briefly talked about it, you know, he's just going to look and see what his options are. He's got to find something to do through the winter, and he may find something to do through the winter that he wants to continue to do. But in the event that he doesn't want to continue to do that, and he wants to jump back in lawn care next spring, what I would do is provide a trailer. I'd provide a whole setup. He would have to provide the vehicle and his own fuel, and again, he would work with the customers would pay him. I won't have any hand in that. So basically what I'm going to do for him is I'm going to rent. I would rent a setup to him to help him out, and you know, so and I know about what it costs per hour to run my equipment, you know, and so that's basically what I would do, and that would keep him from having to, you know, to get a good commercial setup and do some of these bigger properties. I mean, you're talking probably a $25,000 investment. Well, I mean, you know, if you've been following the channel, I bought his vehicles. So, and I mean, these are not, they're not $25,000 vehicles. So there's no way he could come up with the money to do something like that. You know, now, if he wanted to work a year and save his money, which he's not known for, but if he wanted to do that, then he could buy his own stuff, and you know, he wouldn't need my stuff. But or I may just give him the stuff and just give him just take a percentage. I don't know, we'd have to work that out. But anyway, that's just kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, I know they're not going to take over all of it, and so this other guy that's trying to start his business, he's hoping to go full-time next year, and he just started this year, and he's already doing pretty good. So, you know, he would definitely probably try to take most of it, and that would put him in a position where he could do this full-time next year. And I mean, because I got a considerable amount. I got enough properties I could give him that it'll fill up half his week. So, you know, if he wanted them. So, then to go along with what he's got, you know, he'd probably be getting pretty close to maxed out being a solo operator. And I'm guessing he'd be somewhere around that $100,000 mark with all of it. Probably with what he's got now and what I got, I'm sure he's probably in the neighborhood of 75. You know, what I would give him and what he already has a year. So anyway, that's just kind of a little update, a little Sunday update for y'all. If you're totally blown away and you go, why is this guy getting out of lawn care? Well, you hadn't been watching my videos. So and I think I'm getting out. So the church still has to vote. That vote hasn't taken place, and so I'm not officially full-time at the church yet, but the plan is they're going to vote this Wednesday, and I would start full-time October 1. And so mainly the only thing I would have is a couple of residentials and the college after October the 1st. Well, that's not really true, because I do have, you know, I got some homeowners. We cut through October, but I'm pretty sure, you know, I can probably get Elro and Z-Man to handle a lot of that. So, yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. And then Z-Man's going to need to find him a job to get through the winter. So, and that's part of why 003 wanted the contracts, so he'd have revenue through the winter. So he didn't have to go out and do something else and then come back to lawn care. And he really likes lawn care, and said I think there's a part of him that it might be something he wants to do, you know, but he's going to school for a good job too. So, you know, I don't know, may just always be a side hustle for him or something. So anyway, that's the update. I appreciate you watching. My prayer for you is always the same, that the Lord might richly bless you and that you might see all of your blessings as from him.